Welcome back, everybody, to the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here, episode 34, back in Williams-Brice Stadium. We are here to take on the Texas A&M Aggies. They upset us last year, and we are looking to get our revenge. We're ranked number 4, they're ranked number 9, but statistically, they are a lot better. Julius Canary came in last week for Braden Davis. He impressed very much last week in that little bit of game time he had. Marshawn Lloyd fumbling it on the first play. Didn't even get to finish my sentence. He gets double whammied, flips in the air, and just lets go of it. Can't even blame him that time. Julius Canary will have to wait a couple minutes as we are quickly on the defensive side of the ball. No longer is Max Johnson the quarterback here. They are led by Haynes King. He is under center for the Aggies tonight. No more Devon A-Chain. Instead, it's going to be LJ Johnson Jr. with 0 yards on the first run, but do not underestimate him or do not underestimate this passing game. Haynes King has so far this season thrown 13 touchdowns, not a single interception, but on 3rd and 9, that pass is deflected down, and despite the quick turnover, the Aggies settle for a field goal, and we get to see Julius Canary for the first time today. He is going to settle 2nd and 10 off the play action. Nobody getting open, so he's going to take it off himself, showing the speed and athleticism. He's got a first down. Now 1st and 10 on the next play. Another play action. Canary wants to throw. This time it's Brandon Robinson on the crossing route. He's across the midfield to the 20-yard line, down to about the 18. They are quickly moving down the field. 3rd and 3 now. Canary goes to Lloyd, down inside the 2. Tripped up at the 1. The Gamecocks just a minute or so off the board, and they are gone into the end zone. Marshawn Lloyd finishing the job. And this one is a fast-paced game so far. Haynes King is coming back to the field. 2nd and 3. LJ Johnson Jr. He's got a lot of great blocking up the right side. He's going to rumble for 13 yards, and that has been a weakness of this Gamecocks defense. They have not been great in any category, but they have been average in most categories. That is a 4-yard run, but quickly brought down by Debo Williams. That'll set up a 3rd and 5 after the run. Haynes King, play action, fires, and he's got Brown wide open. Keith Brown, 11 yards on the catch and run, and that is another Aggie first down. 3:09 remaining in the quarter. 1st and 10. Haynes King's going to bring his man to the left in motion. Fires that way. That's Keith Brown again, but he's going to run right into a crowd of Gamecock defenders, and he's going to get maybe 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and 8. King wants to throw. He finds his man Evan Stewart, but Stewart is quickly brought down. Keenan Nelson made an excellent play on the ball as soon as it was thrown, and he was able to get there just in time to limit any extra yards gained as the Aggies settle for another field goal, setting up a 7-6 ball game here late in the first quarter. Landon Sampson on 2nd and 7 on the drag route. He's got 13, a beautiful catch and run in stride. Now 1st and 10. Canary is going to go on the inside zone to Lloyd. He's got some great blocking, bounces it to the outside, and he cuts back in and tripped up 9 yards later. 2nd and 1 as we enter the final minute and 10 seconds. Marshawn Lloyd on another inside zone. He's got 11. This one's going the opposite direction. They now less than a minute now. 1st and 10. Canary play action. Wants to go to the air. Instead, he just has to eat the sack. He wanted to sling it, I could tell. But a great eye there from the former junior college quarterback, settling for the sack and just living to live another day. And he's got Scott Hall down the seams for 19 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th and short in no man's land here. Canary's going to go for it, running to the right, gets the first down, and then some, tries to spin out the tackle. Kind of dangerous there, but he's got a first down. 2nd and 13 now. Canary off the play action to Lloyd. He wants to throw. It's DJ Long, the freshman, trying to get the edge, and he just barely misses at 2nd and 3rd and 1 now after the 12-yard catch on 2nd down. 3rd and 1 for 2 on 3rd downs. This one is to Marshawn Lloyd. He's got the first down, spinning off of a tackler, and he's got 6 yards. Now 1st and goal is going to go to 3rd and goal. They have slowly muscled their way down. Canary goes to Lloyd, block picked up, and he's got a touchdown. His 2nd of the day, 76 rushing yards for the Gamecocks, and this offense has found their groove in the running game, especially since Julius Canary has come in. LJ Johnson Jr. is upended on the left side. Stone Blanton and Kawan Blanks in the coverage there. He is able to get a nice read on the running back. Now 3rd and 9. King is going to step into it and fire. He had his man Evan Stewart, but Keenan Nelson Not really great coverage. He got lucky there. He has been beat consistently deep downfield this season. They're going to go to Brandon Robinson on the jet sweep. A nice block picked up by Marshawn Lloyd, and he's off to the races across the 40 down to about the 31-yard line. Going to be credited with a 30-yard run for Brandon Robinson off the jet sweep. Now 1st and 10, back to Marshawn Lloyd on the ground. He gets hit after about 2, but he's able to keep his balance for 7 yards on that one. 2nd and 3 now. We're down to final 3 minutes basically in this second quarter. Marshawn's going to finish that one with a first down, 4-yard rush. Now Canary on a 1st and goal from about 7 yards out. Read option's going to go to Lavesa Carroll. He has got the touchdown, 7 yards out. Touchdown, a 3rd rushing touchdown for the Gamecocks, 21-6 now. Right around 2 minutes remaining as the Aggies offense continues to struggle. They're going to bring their man in motion, looking for that block on the left side. LJ Johnson finding some space in the backfield, breaks a tackle, rumbles up the middle, and he's got a lot of space. Some great blockers across the 30 to the 20 to the 10, breaking another, and he spun out of bounds. He was in the backfield for about 10 seconds and just burst through the last hole he saw, breaking 1, 2, 3 tackles along the way for a 90-plus yard run. It seemed like it may only be like 80 or so, but the Aggies on 1st and goal go to the ground. Touchdown, Amari Daniels. The backup finishes the job. LJ Johnson got him there, and they keep it on the ground to finish it. 1st and 10. The Gamecocks up by a single touchdown now. Corey Rucker comes on the screen, and he's got a first down. That is going to be 10 yards on the catch and run. Now 2nd and 2. Rucker is in the game still. He's going to be all the way to your left. Julius Canary wants to go deep downfield. He's got Sampson into coverage, and he comes down with it. 34 yards, the slot receiver. You don't see that from Landon Sampson very often, but he just goes up and comes down with that one. Now 3rd and 10. Canary in the final 50 seconds wants to go to the end zone, just running backwards, and he launches that one out of bounds. Not really great field goal range here for the rookie Parker, but he's going to give it his best shot, or Clark. He's going to kick it up, and it was on target, but it's not long enough. So the score remains 21-13. The Aggies' final 10 seconds or so have a 3rd and 13. Haynes King takes the blindside sack. He is going to lose 7, and that's Rory Patrick on the sack. He just got in there very quickly off the offensive line with a nice rush move, and he got the quarterback down, and that is going to take us into the second half. The Gamecocks 21-13, allowing a large amount of rushing yards, as the Aggies will get back on the field first with 8 minutes on the dot here. 1st and 10, the first play of the third quarter, 21-13. Haynes King in an I formation, sticks to LJ Johnson. He's got some space on the left side, and Nick Benawari has to come all the way across the field for that tackle. 11 yards by LJ Johnson. Now Haynes King again goes to Johnson, and this time they're ready for it. Stone Blanton coming into his own right now at that linebacker position. He has made some big plays. Now 3rd and 14. King is going to throw this one in. That's a dangerous pass. Keenan Nelson makes an immediate tackle. Could have had an interception if he was there just a few seconds earlier. Now 2nd and 10. Marshawn Lloyd's going to make it 1st and 10. He's got 11 yards on the inside zone run. He has done a great job today on the ground. Now 2nd and 5. Marshawn on the little corner running back pitch play, and it's going to be a loss of 3 now. 3rd and 8. Canary play action to Lloyd. He's going to snap it back quickly. Fires to DJ Long across the middle. He was able to get open in the zone, and that is a good 15-yard first down. Now 1st and 14 for the Gamecocks. It's going to be an option play. Canary tries to pitch it. It's batted down, and Marshawn picks it back up. That was dangerous there, playing with fire. Now 2nd and 17. Canary wants to throw. Nobody open. Just has to take the sack. 11-yard loss. Another big loss for the Gamecocks there. Now 3rd and 28. Julius Canary calling some audibles. He wants to get this one as close as possible. Canary going to fire up the left side, and Brandon Robinson got his hands on it. But obviously it would have been a very tough catch if he was able to bring that one down. Now 2nd and 10. Back on the Aggies' possession. 3:53 left in the third. Hunter Haynes King's going to fire to Johnson, the tight end, muscling his way past his own teammate and a defender. That's a 13-yard catch and run by Jake Johnson. Now 1st and 10. Haynes King's going to try and run it himself. Alex Huntley says, "No, sir. Where do you think you're going?" He brings him down in the backfield. Now 2nd and 14. 3:12 remaining now. LJ Johnson Jr. gets it back, breaks the tackle from Banks, and is tripped up by Rose and Fortune. That is a 3rd and 1 now. Haynes King, it's going to be a reverse sweep to Evan Stewart. Beautifully covered in the Gamecocks defense. Stops them short on 3rd and 1. They will get the ball back, but they quickly find themselves on a 3rd and short. It's a 3rd and 5. Canary wants to throw to Scott Hall this time, and the Gamecocks quickly go 3 and out. So after all that by the defense, they are right back on the field now. Haynes King under center in the I formation. Fires to Stewart on the corner route. Pushed out of bounds by Kawan Banks, I should say. That is a big catch and run by Stewart. LJ Johnson Jr. on 1st and 10, swerving past the defenders, makes his way inside the 20, right around the 15, mark him at the 16 now as we head into the 4th quarter, up 21-13. A play action boot, and it's intercepted by Keenan Nelson. Right place at the right time. Jake Johnson misses the tackle. One man to beat, and he's going to catch him from behind. LJ Johnson muscles him down. And that is a beautiful interception. Keenan Nelson just happened to be there. I don't know if Haynes King even saw him in coverage. But the Gamecocks defense comes up big now. 2nd and 8. Scott Hall is going to push his way forward. 156 passing yards today for Canary. He has not had to excel, but he's made plays when needed, like that one on the perfect post route by Landon Sampson. He has got a 1st down and then some. 23 yards now. 1st and goal. Canary wants to go to the air. He's going to fire behind Corey Rucker. He adjusts to it. Touchdown. Gamecocks go up 28-13. A big sequence of events there for the Gamecocks. The interception deep in their own territory. And now Corey Rucker with the touchdown off of the slant. The pass was slightly behind him, but he does a great job to adjust. And the Aggies now 3rd and 9. 5:55 remain for them. They have to hurry if they want a chance. Evan Stewart had both hands on that one, brought it in, and Stone Blanton still able to break it up. 2nd and 7 for the Gamecocks. They're still looking to throw it. Canary wants to sling it deep downfield, and it could have been picked off. Landon Sampson, Deuce Harmon in coverage, and Sampson couldn't get back to the ball in time. Now 3rd and 7. Canary off the play action wants to go across the middle, and that one again should have been intercepted. He has thrown 26 passes and thankfully has missed out on a couple of interceptions that most definitely should have been taken back by the Aggies. LJ Johnson Jr. on 1st and 10 is going to set the edge, and Keenan Nelson does everything in his power to dive for that one, and he's got him brought down, but not after a 13-yard run. 1st and 10. King is trying to escape. Very, very dense coverage right there by the Gamecocks, and he is sacked by committee. Now 3rd and 15. King's going to bring Johnson in motion. He's going to throw this one deep downfield, and he has got his man Stewart off to the races across the 15, down to the 5. Touchdown, Aggies. Keenan Nelson continues to struggle in deep coverage, and he has been beat multiple times this season. That time, he had no shot. As the Aggies strike late in the game, Brandon Robinson, though, is going to get a 1st down for the Gamecocks, 14 yards. Now 28-21 with about 2.5 minutes remaining. 2nd and 10. Canary continues to throw. This time he's going to sling it deep downfield on the post route. Touchdown, 43 yards. Landon Sampson, it was a streak route. And that is another touchdown for Canary, and he just sits in there. He delivers a dot. And he's got a touchdown there. The Aggies on a 3rd and 2 trying to get something going here late in the game. 35-21. A minute 46 remain. There's probably not enough time unless they score immediately. They're going to go to Amari Daniels, who will not get the 1st down. That is a 4th and 1, as they're going to try and most likely go for it under center. He is very, very close. Not a quarterback sneak. I thought it would be. They decide to throw it instead. Daniels gets caught back behind the line of scrimmage. Has to get back up, get across the line of scrimmage. And by the time he did that, there was 3 defenders on him. Nick Emanawari with the tackle for loss. And the Gamecocks get the ball back. 2nd and 9. The clock will click down. Canary is going to go for another touchdown. This one's intercepted, though. That is Kerr in coverage. He's got a chance to return it down the sideline, but he's brought down. This one was brought down by Lavesa Carroll, Julius Canary, Jared Kerr. They meet each other there in the secondary. And the Aggies Still not really much hope for them here with around 30 seconds remaining, but they're making some plays as Keith Brown's got 17 yards on that one. They have run it 31 times compared to 27 passes. With 5 seconds left now, they have one last chance at even scoring, making it a one-possession game. Haynes King snaps back, steps into the pocket, rolls out, and he's sacked. The Gamecocks get their revenge on the Aggies, 35-21. They are going to go in and win this one at home as they continue their win streak starting the year. It feels good to be undefeated, and we extend that for another week. We have now jumped to number 2 in the country at 4-0 so far on the year, and we have had multiple ranked wins already. This one was executed from the beginning all the way to the end. 35-21, 16 first downs to our 18 for the Aggies. We had 402 total yards of offense. They had 373 passing yards. We beat them in. We were better on third down conversions. We were better on fourth down conversions. We were more efficient in the red zone. They were only 50%. We had 2 turnovers to their 1. That crazy fumble at the beginning and that interception by Canary, but also the big interception by Keenan Nelson. Rushing yards, I believe, I didn't look at that, but we had the exact same amount of rushing yards and carries, but we had 2 more touchdowns on the ground. Punt return yards, we had 20 more. Total yards, we had more. In time of possession, we had about a minute and a half more. Julius Canary continues to impress despite the late mistake. He had 18 completions, 29 attempts, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception. He also contributed on the ground with 6 rushes for 16 yards. He had a long of 26, but you've got to remember, sacks also count as a loss of yardage when it comes to rushing yards, so that's why he has only 16. Marshawn Lloyd continues his strong outing, 23 attempts, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. Lavesa Caro had 2 carries, but he also got a touchdown. Receiving, Landon Sampson showed out today, 4 for 113 and a touchdown. Brandon Robinson, 4 for 51. Scott Hall, 4 for 33. DJ Long, 3 for 31. Corey Rucker, 2 for 13 and a touchdown. And Marshawn Lloyd had 1 catch, but he actually lost yardage. We allowed 2 sacks, but Debo Williams led the team with 8 tackles, 1 for loss, which was a sack. We also had Rory Patrick with 3 sacks, Alex Huntley with a sack. A lot of good plays there on the offensive side of the ball. We cannot forget about Keenan Nelson Jr. His 1 interception, returned at 51 yards. What a play by him on that one. He really turned the tide around after that. I mean, they were going down the field to basically tie the game up, and that happens, and that completely reverses everything we thought was about to happen. As far as the top 25 polls go, it should be interesting. Ohio State sits at number 1 still. They have not lost a game yet. They're 3-0, but they haven't really played too many competent teams. We sit at number 2. Then you've got Oklahoma at 3, who will have to play in a few weeks. Then you've got Notre Dame at 4, Florida at 5, North Carolina at 6, Utah at 7, Penn State at 8, USC at 9, and Alabama at 10. As of right now, there's no recruiting news really going on, so I'm going to skip out for that one on this episode. And next week, we will be taking on the UCF Golden Knights, 1-2. They are in the Big 12 now, and we are looking to continue our win streak for that one. As always, if you do enjoy this series, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.